Neon winning the Huya Cup out of nowhere, beating some Div 1 Chinese teams to get there, and they bring out an interesting draft on both ends. Like, it's a painful lane for Mong Daya. Daya did opt for the value point in Shadow Strike, didn't go for the blink out to just kind of jump in and out of the creep wave, try to get farm or maybe secure some water runes, so that could slow down the pace as well. And for a Quap, this is not good news. You kind of want the snowball, build into your Orchid, build into whatever you want first, and start running around using that magic.
Top lane, Cuckoo. Oh, they managed to get a Bing first. Cuckoo, he will be the second to drop.
And Ryu is starting to drop a bit low in his bot lane, but they're also applying harassment onto Savage. The back and forth is still in play for Neon down, but you have to worry about giving that kill away, though.
Yeah, Fire Blast Ignite is there, and he will slowly burn out to Whitemon. Savage not even required to help out with that kill, and Ryu barely surviving with his life intact, but it looks like they do want to try and get aggressive here with this big creep wave. Savage does have the boat up. X is available now. He'll throw a torrent into the boat, but he misses the torrent. In the meantime, though, they do end up killing off Mamang Daya in the mid lane. Carl able to finish him off pretty much on his own.
3 heroes mid from Neon's end. The 2 supports have to hang around to ensure Daya doesn't get jumped. That frees up the side lanes for the course of T1 to just keep farming up as well, and just kind of keeps them locked in. Although...
oh, no power in top. Mamang Daya gonna jump in. They'll try for the kill onto Carl, but he's way too tanky. Zephyr instead now. He'll chase down Mamang Daya. And the torrent, oh, it's gonna land just on the edge. 23 Savage picks him off. Zephyr the one to take the kill, and
looking good for T1, feeling confident as well, getting that shove in on mid as we talked about. Mike Carl, just with level 3 Fire Seal, can get the siege done by himself. Beng will try to stop, but that tower's way too low.
Press the attack is always there. In fact, now Mamang Daya, he's gone too far. He's gonna die. Oh no. Oh, it's such a terrible game thus far as they found another. A Beng. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Bye-bye, a Beng. Another kill to go the way of T1.
Maybe start to control that bot jungle to give yourself a little bit more room to breathe here.
T1 is going to move in down to that bot lane. Enryu, he'll be the one to hang around, but he might run right into the Conqueror. Savage clears out the Spiderlings. Fire Blaster's there. And now, well, you are a very, very squished spider. If you are Enryu as the boat, even flies into the low ground just in case they needed it.
There's no wards from Neon, as we've discussed, to spot that out. They do manage to find a bot tier 1 in exchange for that, but this is a much bigger take for T1. I mean, there are ways to play against that. It requires intense, heavy micro. And it's just not something you can reliably do and just counterplay with on the Brood. You're just, yeah, kind of everything's against you here. And it's a very clean start for T1, though. 11-1, they're making moves top.
Yeah, Earth Spike gonna be there just in the nick of time. Mamang Daya, he went for the Sonic Wave, but the Hex is out. He's still stunned up, though. Mamang Daya is gonna drop. They get Cuckoo down at the least, and to be fair, Cuckoo, he is higher than net worth right now than the Quap.
Yeah, definitely worthwhile. Like, it's a lot of gold. It's gonna allow the Atos of Norman to be built up, and that gives you additional control. Lock someone in for that bit Mystic Flare, although.
Yeah, it's time to duel, John. Can they get the victory? Oh, it looks like they can. Zephyr, he'll take it. Tips out for the LC. Well, they've got the BKB now on Palos, and I think that's about time for them to go for the smoke. But T1, they're going to counter smoke, wrap around. It was spotted, though. OB Neon, they had the vision of the high ground, so they know the smoke's happened. In fact, Carl, he may get caught with his pants down. He'll try to de-ward. BKB out, though. He's going to be all right for now. They look for the chase. Narman, he'll be the sacrificial lamb here. In fact, Mamang Daya, he jumped in. They're going to try and go after Cuckoo, but he'll get the imprisonment in time. In the meantime, Narman is going to drop in the Sonic Wave. It does not connect on anything as the boat flies out. They have got the Brood Mother. They've got everything. Oh, he just blinks out of there. The Sonic Wave completely whiffed by Mamang Daya. Now Palos. He's stuck, John, down that bot lane. Instead, they're going to try and chase down a Beng on that Lion. Little do they know there's a Luna also there. But Carl might still find him as they are going into a Beng now. There goes your Lion. He's basically as good as dead. And Palos, oh, he's got a TP. He should be okay.
Looks like he wants to be a little bit greedy, clear out a creep wave first. We'll run up. Carl does get his TP cancelled. No mana left in Lena, so can't really hook up for mid, where they are looking to force another fight in Daya.
Yeah, they've got Mamang Daya again. Fire Blast out, and that should be more than enough as Cuckoo even drops the hammer. I mean, I guess it makes sense, John. Mamang Daya, he missed the last ulti, so Cuckoo does him a favor. Drops his own ulti.
No one cares about the Brood, and when they do find a Brood, a support +1 is enough. Like, Zephyr +1 is basically enough to just take care of Enryu anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 7k net worth at the moment, regardless of the spiraling issue that he's having. Hold that thought, because Mamang Daya, again, in that mid lane, being caught out. Those power runes, they are not safe for Mamang Daya. Yeah, that and just trying to get some farm going as immediate smoke up from T1 as they do see Palos on the map. They're going to miss out for now, but they seem to know exactly where he's gone. Whitemon's going to break the gap. They've got the Astral out, or rather the imprisonment into Cuckoo's Meteor Hammer, but the Earth Spike is going to save the day. Mamang Daya. He'll move in. A big Sonic Wave out, but the boat is going to fly in on the backside. They've got Narman down. It's 1-for-1 so far as Savage. He'll keep fighting. He does not care about those BKBs. Is now Enryu. He'll chase down Cuckoo, but you've got to press the attack. It just doesn't matter. But now Savage is in a little bit of trouble. He may drop here, but Cuckoo, he'll jump back in onto a bang. That'll be another. Savage still dropping, but armor toggles are out. He is not going to go down as Enryu. He'll be the third to drop. And OB Neon, all they could afford to get is Whitemon, as it looks like they're looking for Mamang Daya now, but they barely miss out. They've got 3 kills in this game, one. It's just not even close right now. 14k net worth advantage for T1. And they're looking for more. I mean, Savage, he's got the silver edge up. He's more than happy to oblige and just fight. Ags is there as well now on Cuckoo. Palos, he'll get caught out. He has not popped the BKB yet. Fire Blast is there. They just lock him down as Cuckoo. He'll get the Astral off. No Meteor Hammer to come out, but the BKB has been forced out as Palos will go for the Eclipse out. They've got Zephyr down, but Carl just blows up Palos. Sonic Wave does absolutely nothing to the side of T1, and they call it. 24 minutes in, they call the GG. OB Neon, they do not believe they can make the win happen.
No, it's a toughie. Not after that kind of start, and I think for Neon, their troubles really spilled out from mid. I still feel like T1's got the better draft. It's just so confident when they come out with an AM last pick that completely shuts down a Morph if it does manage to gap close. You just have a lot to bring there.
Nobody around to really back up this tide. You've got the levels there for Ravage, but he hasn't skilled enough either, so you haven't got that big lockdown. It does seem like Mamang Daya and the Batrider, whether he has lasso or not. In fact, never mind, he's going to try and go after Carl, but he's dropping low. They'll get the lasso off in time. Carl, he's going to be the one to drop, as the heal was enough from Mamang Daya and a bang. Great little play there from our Batrider. And just hit up the jungle. They still do posture aggressively here, Zephyr. He'll scout out, but now he's going to be surrounded as a Beng does show up. But he has the tether. Palos still trying to move forward, but Carl's going to show up now. Zephyr's still alive. Palos, he has got nothing left in the tank. He has to leave the area. Strength Morph is going to be there. He'll try to TP in time, but he's not going to make it. Oh, that's a great little bait out from Zephyr.
You're not going to be joining fights, and again, there's no one to really blow up with a Mana Void here. You just kind of want to use it when you can to farm, speed up your farming pace, and kind of work with that tag game that you're trying to play.
Well, they found a bang eventually, as the arena wasn't quite enough to trap him in, but a nice route out. No, he's trapped.
And that should open up a little bit more space for T1 to play aggressively if they want to. That is heavily warded out from Neon. They are TPing into defend though.
They are Mamang Daya. He has the lasso up, and this time around he won't miss Zephyr. He will pick it up. They do miss the Earth Spike, but it won't matter in the end as they have the finger. Nama will take his second stack of finger kills, but here comes Carl. Now with the Orchid out into the Sonic Wave. They've got the Batrider, but do they have enough? Yeah, you bet your ass they do. Onto Narman they go. They'd love another kill, and it looks like Carl will take it. A double for the Queen of Pain.
Their item buildups indicate otherwise. Like, we're seeing Enryu go for this Desolator buildup, Mike, so he's focusing in on damage, maybe looking to play the slower game. They are going to go for a smoke, and he does have his blink up, so they have a Ravage to play with if they want to.
Oh, here we go. Orchid out. There's the arena down with the spear out. They've got the Morphling. Great play onto Palos, and well, the rest of the team were smoked up. They'll go for the Ravage onto Carl. They'll try to blow off the Queen of Pain, but they have the damage. They'll root him up. He's hexed up as well. They finally get him down, but what's it going to cost the side of OB Neon for that Queen of Pain kill? They'll get one Treant down, relocate out onto the high ground, onto Narman, but they might lose Whitemon on that Ogre. Narman's gone to boot, and Ryu and Mamang Daya now showing up. Lasso available to try and take down Cuckoo on this Mars, but relocates back out from Zephyr, back the other way, trying to break the ankles of Mamang Daya, but it's not going to be enough. Cuckoo's been caught out. Firefly's still there. He'll try for the TP, but it's within the Firefly. Nice rotation in from Mamang Daya, and it does end up working out in the favor of OB Neon.
Neon will go for a smoke play though, again, playing up top, trying to hunt Savage. Is a bit far from the jungle, but they could still catch him out if they manage to get the good run in.
They're gonna try. They need that blink initiation. They've got it. The Hex is there. Counterspell not out in time. They might need the lasso too, but it'll be worth it. As Zephyr tries to relocate him out, but he was a half a second too late. I mean, Cuckoo, he'll stick around. Try to allow the tether target, and well, that's gonna be enough. Zephyr, he's out of there.
Just constantly burn the mana off, prevent that attribute shift from being a factor. If they do burn all of his mana off, the Morphling's not that tanky. I think what the issue will lie on is the team fight aspect of Neon. They've got Overgrowth, they've got Ravage.
Top lane.
Savage?
Yeah, they've got Savage, John. They've done it again, Narman. Able to blink Hex him up, and Palos gets the job done, and
it's the big factor. Like, that blink initiation from the line just enables them to find that kill. I think T1's got to do a bit more on the map to be aggressive here to buy that space.
Mid lane, a Kraken shot just going to take off the Spirit now. A Ravage out, landing on 4 heroes. Palos, he's going to go right after Carl. Overgrowth is there. They've locked him down. Carl, he's going to drop burst. Now Cuckoo with the lasso out. They lock him down, but can they take him out? Cuckoo is still in trouble. Relocate is there though, Zephyr. He'll save the day, but now Whitemon, he's been left behind. Narman will get the Earth Spike off, but there's no follow-up to it. They just want that tier 1 mid tower. But T1 refused to let it go down. In fact, they'll chase Narman back down. The flame break should be enough to force them back, and it does. Gonna amount to much. Enryu is still very, very tanky, and so I do love the build up into the Deso. Always makes me very happy. So they want that mid tier 1 tower. And OB Neon, they have not backed off. In fact, they blink right in onto Carl again, and they just blow him up. Whitemon, he's going to try and run his way out of there. Cuckoo, he'll jump in. Arena's out, but Mamang Dai, he had the BKB in time, so they'll just keep turning back the way of T1. The fight continues though. Cuckoo, he's a very, very tanky boy, but not tanky enough to go up against the whole side of OB Neon. Or is he? He's still trying. A bang. He can't get the Overgrowth in time. They'll blow him up. Onto the Mars they go, but the relocate is there. Zephyr will buy time. And a reset for Cuckoo. As now Narman's in trouble. Savage looking for a bit of revenge, but Palos won't leave him be. In fact, no, the stun is out. Palos, he's out of mana. They take Narman down. Palos now, he just needs to run. They will try to help him out with Enryu. Getting Whitemon with the gush. Cuckoo back in with the spear out. That'll allow Savage to get a triple kill onto that anti-mage. Can he find a little bit more? It looks like he wants him among Dire. It'll try chasing him down. In the end, we'll leave him be.
Mainly on Cuckoo to get a bit of, off and isolate someone, breaking off that fight. So they're both kind of just holding back. That is giving T1 an opening to push for mid if they want to. OB Neon are kind of clumped up for the top tier 2, maybe taking that into the outpost going for Roche, although...
Yeah, they found Tide. Enryu is going to drop again. He does buy a lot of time for his team, though, to make their way to that tier 2 top tower. And if Palos can finish this off and get the outpost, they'll have first dibs on the Roshan here for OB Neon, so it's a pretty big win, regardless of losing that Tide. Problem is, though, they have jumped Mamang Daya. BKB may not be able to help him out as Carl's in, and they've got the damage.
Big objective for T1 to come out while that mid tier 1 is standing. They just managed to find the right kills and make it work. Has the Crystallis up, trying to go for the right-click damage build. We'll see if that's a Daedalus or Silver Edge down the line. But it's fairly open for him to go to, and Neon, despite losing that Aegis, will go for a smoke player.
They're going to try. Whitemon, he'll be targeted first. He'll try to make the run out. Enryu, well, he thought about the Ravage, but it probably would not have connected on Savage. That'll be at least one down. And again, John, it does seem like OB Neon, they are all about protecting this mid-tier 1. In fact, allow me to ask you, John. Give me a prediction. How long does this mid-tier 1 stay standing? In fact, never mind that, because Savage, he's jumped in. He just keeps playing with these illusions. They can't figure out which one the real one is. Ravage is out, but it's doing absolutely nothing for the side of OB Neon. As they're trapped in the arena, they're going to go for the fight, though. Zephyr, he'll be the first to drop at the Mana Void out. Palos just destroying Narman on that Lion, but they've got Cuckoo down, and Savage, he's going to lose the Aegis. That'll be one life gone, as Carl, he may have gone too far to boot. They need to blink their way out of there, and they will. But OB Neon, they'll be more than happy. In fact, they found Savage again. The secondary life gonna go the way of OB Neon. And it's just way too greedy of a play here from T1.
Desolator up with the Anchor Smash, he can just melt the AM with his kind of item build. Not much HP going there for Savage, not much stats, so very susceptible to all that physical.
Oh, Palos! Oh, he barely survives with a slither of HP as Carl. Oh boy, he's gone for 80. They'll leave Whitemon B for now, John, because they've got a tier 3 tower. And game number 2, T1, they look like they might drop their first game of the SCA DPC.
It's looking that way. They've got one rack's advantage here in Palos.
Yeah, he's in. Whitemon. He's going to end up dropping. Palos now feeling himself.
Eventually, if he does get the Ag chart as well, Mana Drain on multiple heroes will kind of take care of multiple Blink Fragments, Manta Illusions as well. So it can be a bit tough to just jump in the back, constantly applying that pressure with the Blink Fragments. They are still pumped up though.
They're going to try and Enryu, but we've seen this one before. He does not mind frontlining for his team. In fact, he's more than happy to oblige. In fact, Lasso's out. They've got Cuckoo on that Mars. Can they find more? They just want to blow him up first. Zephyr, he couldn't get the relocate out in time. Cuckoo's gone, and now Whitemon. He'll be the second to get caught out. Carl, he'll try to jump in with the Sonic Wave, but it may cost him his own life. He has no blink out. He's trying to rely on the BKB. He finally gets out of there, but the Flame Break does connect. That should be Carl gone. He is still surviving, but not for long. They have got another as they chase down Savage.
The hold is just not looking great. They are spamming out the illusions onto Palos, but it only does so much now. So another set of racks going Neon's way. Heck, even giving that to Enryu is kind of big as well.
Absolutely. Who gets it? It's going to be Palos.
Morphlings here, you're forced to try to jump Enryu, but you just don't have the damage to follow through on him instead.
They're going to smoke up again, but T1, they know if they don't win this team fight, it could just be the GG call coming out as OB Neon. They are very well aware that there is probably a smoke happening. Cuckoo, he's going to jump in, but Lasso's out. Carl, he'll join in as well. They'll try to fight this one out, but the Ravage is there. Enryu's found 3 targets, and they'll go right after Zephyr. They'll still try. Carl with the Sonic Wave is out chasing down Mamangdara and the Bat Rider. They'll get one, but there's Enryu just chasing down Cuckoo on the Mars, and they'll get another kill. Savage, what can he really do on this anti-mage? The answer is not much. Because now Whitemon will try to TP out, but he is going absolutely nowhere. 2 heroes left. See if they can close it out here. Palos, he'll go for the T4 towers. T1, when high five's flying out, I suppose you've got to do what you can. Not many buttons they have left to press here on the side of T1. There's OB Neon. They'll keep going for the T4s onto the Ancient now, but no GG calls being made. Enryu's right on the front lines, and there's your Ancient. It's all the way down. Cuckoo's called the GG, and OB Neon, they have managed to take 1 game off T1 and ruin the undefeated streak of this dire side.
All right, they make a great comeback in the second game. First game was pretty disastrous for Neon, but they hold out. Game 2, they go back to the Palos Morphling. You do have to worry about Cuckoo hitting that early Falcon Blade timing. Like, he's been allowed to farm it pretty freely, 17-6. So Razor is set to maybe hit that early Falcon Blade, start running down, playing around with the enchant on the Enchantress, and just looking for a kill.
Oh, bang. Does end up going down for first blood. Whitemon able to pick that one up in Palos. I'm not sure what Palos' idea there was, but...
You sacrifice March, you get free travels, you still have wave clear with a laser. It's still plenty annoying, Mike, if you're up against a good Tinker, and that's what we need to see later on.
Bang. May have gone too far to try and secure this power rune, as Carl will be able to finish the job off.
That should help.
Secure there from Whitemon as well with the Fire Blast out and just taking the Nightmare off. In fact, Mamangdaya, he's in big trouble. Zephyr rotated over. Fire Blast will be there. Narman, he'll try to save the day. The LSA is going to land though, and that will be more than enough for Whitemon to just move his way in and get the job done. Because it's not going to be easy against heroes like the Enchantress who can just throw creeps over and over again. And it's like you kind of pointed out as well. Carl, he does hit pretty hard on that Lena. Be pretty rough to try and defend against him. Bot lane though, they've got Cuckoo down. This time around, he does get trapped in the arena, and Mamangdaya joins in to pick up his first kill of the game. 4 heroes smoked up behind Palos. In fact, OB Neon, they'll go towards that mid lane with Enryu. They may just find Cuckoo on this Razor as Narman. He's going to make the jump in. Arena down, Spear is out, and they should have themselves a very free kill as Cuckoo is somehow still alive, but not for long. And OB Neon, they won't stick around for the tier 1 mid. They'll just keep roaming the map together.
Yeah, just keep forcing the fights out, keep trying to find these pickoffs. Bang.
He's got the Fiend's Grip if he needs it. But Carl's here on that Lena with the BKB, but a nice Nightmare dodge. It just won't matter. You had the Laguna there from Carl, and he wants a little bit more, but Narman, he'll blink out, and he even took the Laguna Blade away.
And it's now you're seeing where Neon is, again, the team that's now applying pressure on the map. They know that T1's kind of just clumping up, playing defensively, so they can just work the map to their advantage.
Oh, Henry, you're just so confident to make the jump into the high ground, and Zephyr is going to drop Let the quote-unquote fun begin, Jonathan.
Yep, this is where the fun begins, Mike. Shrink Ray is up and running. T1, and they've got the early BKBs they need, but they really need to use them all. Cool.
Yeah, Phage Grip out, and Shrink Ray. He's a very, very small Razor. Yeah, he's gonna drop as a Bang. They can still try to chase down a Bang, but you've only got the Ogre and the Medusa. But to be fair, a Bang is very low in HP right now, but the Mystic Snake will not connect onto the Bane. A Bang, he's still going to try and juke this one out, but he is trapped in the tree line and eventually will end up going down to Whitemon.
Yep, they do at least give the kill away to the Ogre instead, so Savage isn't getting as much as he'd want. It's a movement top, though.
Yeah, nice Lagoon out from Narman onto Carl. Carl, he'll try to turn back onto Palos, but he is still surviving. Stonegaze out. Narman, he'll try to TP out. He's going to TP right in front of them. They cannot stop it. Now Carl's in trouble. Henry jumps right back in. They've got the Lena down. Palos, he somehow survived throughout all of this as he backs into the tree line. They don't have the damage quite yet. They'll try back in onto Henry, but he's TPing out again. Just TP forehead. They can't stop them. They've only got 2 stuns, John.
Obinion are still sort of the aggressors here. They're the ones playing really far forward into that triangle. They're preventing Savage from finding some farm. Savage still working towards that Scotty, although.
Yeah, they make the jump in on the Mars mid lane. Whitemon will chase him down, but it doesn't seem like they have quite enough as the spear away is there. Zephyr, he does at least get the slow off, so Whitemon, he might be able to land another Fire Blast, but the Fog is saving the life of the Mars so far. Whitemon eventually does land the stun though, and that'll be a very important kill for T1.
Really play aggressively with a Shadow Blade up on Carl. They're going to go for Roshan. Without the arena, it can be a bit hard to fight in that area. Obinion still has a lot of good control though. If they find the angle here, they could contest if they want to.
Still very, very scary here for T1 as the waveform is out. They've already lost Whitemon, but now the Fiend Grip is there. Cuckoo, he's been trapped up. They do stop it, but Cuckoo, he's forced to just run away as Palos. He'll just keep chasing. With that Morphling, he stole so much damage with the Static Link out, but now he's dropping low. Savage, I don't think you can fight this, sir. He'll move up to the high ground with no mana left. Mind you, he did commit his buyback for this. But it'd be well worth it if they can secure this first Roshan of the game. In fact, Narman, lift up, has found Zephyr. It should have enough damage eventually to take this Enchantress down. And with the spear around, Henry will make sure of it. Roshan will go the way of OB Neon. Start moving forward again into that jungle. I mean, Palos, still very confident, even with that Skadi available now on the Dusa. Henryu. He's slowed up. He'll go for the spear, but he's been left behind. He'll try it for the TP play, but this time they'll have the stun. That'll be a nice little pick up there for T1.
Kill the Mars to get some gold. Not the target you want to keep down. You try to jump a Morphling. Do you have enough control? Do you have enough damage?
Carl.
You don't have that much damage running just yet.
Oh, Carl. He tried to Silver Edge away, but they had the Sentry Observer.
That is just heads up from Neon. They know exactly where T1 wants to play. They managed to punish Carl. He is, again, the secondary scaling core here. And he's been kept down a lot. At the least, that buys time for Savage to tags up.
That's a big arena down. They've got Zephyr trapped up, but the Stonegaze is going to be committed. Henryu is still not stoned up. He'll just walk away from this as T1. They have managed to survive through it. Arena down, but so will Stonegaze be as Palos, he's moving into the tier 3 tower. He just wants to go right after that Morphling, or rather the Medusa with the spear out. They've locked him down. Savage is trying to just run. It's not looking great for him. He's still trying. He is still surviving as now Palos is in trouble. We'll get him once. They got the Master Boot, but here come the rockets and here come the lasers. Palos is not done yet. Onto Zephyr they go. Whitemon will drop to boot, but somehow Savage will walk out of there.
Neon, they understand how strong they are. They're just going to smoke up and go hunting again. Like, they've got the presence of Daya, they've got the damage from Palos. Nothing to really stop them here.
Certainly not. The wraparound is there. They've got the Enchantress again, so Zephyr, he'll be there to tank the gank, but Savage, he got lifted up. Narman, he found the primary target, but do they have the damage to actually take him out? Fiend's Grip is there. They'll drain the mana around it from Savage. It's not looking great for T1. Savage, though, he's still walking out for Palos and Mamantaya. They'll get the job done. Back in on Cuckoo they go. They want that racer to boot, and they'll find him. Massive, massive fight here for OB Neon. They definitely can't really afford to lose this Roshan. Not right now, they can't. Roshan's going down a little bit too fast in the Bang. He's in position to break the smoke. It is way too late, it seems. They try, but Palos, he's already picked up the Aegis. They might try to force the fight at this top lane, but I'm not sure if they can actually get it done. They need the perfect initiation. Preferably on the Tinker. If not that, on Palos. Enryu, he'll throw a spear out, but it won't be on the mark. Palos, though, he's just so brave to jump in into 4 heroes. Waveform out onto Whitemon. Just takes him down. They can't do anything about it. Now the arena's there. Savage, he has been caught out as Palos is just going right after Cuckoo, but never mind him. They'll go after Mamangdaya on that Tinker. Palos now, he'll focus down Calvo. On that Lina, he is gone. The Shrink Rage is flying out as well as Cuckoo. He's going to get dropped at Palos. He's backing onto that main target. He's got Savage. Savage needs help right now, but he's not going to have it. In fact, Palos, he's not done yet. Onto the high ground looking for more. But there's nobody left from T1 to kill off here for Palos.
Yeah, there's no real way to stop this. Like, even if he had to buy back on Savage, he does not have the Stone Gaze. T1, they can play against Megas. They've got the Deuces, they've got Lina. A Razor to an extent can also hold out, but not even win. Maybe just kind of draw out mid. But from there, the Tinker just took over and there was just no counter pick for it.
T4's under siege now. You've got one more chance if you're T1, but you're going to have to do this without your position one as, again, Palos just into the backside onto Zephyr, blows him up. They've at least got an armor down to the Rubik, but now Enryu, a nice arena, does catch out Whitemon as Palos. Where are we going, sir? Never mind him, because Mamangdaya will get it done himself. He takes down Whitemon, and there goes Cuckoo. Everybody's just getting blown up by this Tinker. And here comes Savage. He'll join into the meat grinder of Palos as Carl. He'll drop. They'll pop the Stone Gaze. They'll try one last time. It's Savage and Zephyr, though, against the world. And Palos, well, he might purposely die here, John. He doesn't care. That's GG. 2-1 the way of OB Neon. And, you know, John, we've done this before, right? We've doubted OB Neon's drafts, but they oh my goodness. What is going on here, John?
Intro boys for T1. They won the first game. Like, game 2, game 3. We're seeing the Neon that won Huya. You can see that conference.